ladies and gentlemen. This is Texas Governor Greg Abbott. He was the one that was in a big rush to get Texas back up and running, and it has since turned into a disaster. This is June 25th, 2020. Texas halt reopening plans as coronavirus cases surge. This is NPR, and he was trying to get everything, just like all of these other governors, reopen everything in stages, but I just don't understand why people can't comprehend. If you don't have a cure for a highly contagious virus, what makes you believe you're going to be able to reopen and it's going to be successful? I don't get it. I'm serious. Those neurons must not be firing off in them high IQ brains. And see, this is why you must make your own decision about what you want to do. Don't let these folks decide for you what you should do, when you should go back out, because they don't even know themselves in order for something like this to happen. You should never, ever follow their lead. Do your own thinking, ladies and gentlemen. At the end, that would be the best thing for you to do. Okay, you are just seeing one of many bad decision making over the centuries. It has always been bad, and it continues to be bad. It is not going to get better. Think for yourself and do what you feel is right for your health. Don't let the Abbotts of the world make those decisions for you. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to play this audio from NPR.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott hit the pause button on reopening his state today. The move comes after a surge of COVID-19 cases, more than 10,000 in the past 2 days alone, and a growing number of hospitalizations. Intensive care units in Houston, the fourth largest city in the U.S., are near capacity. Texas was one of the first states to reopen its economy, and now it's one of the first to slow that down. We're joined now by health reporter Bonnie Petrie of Texas Public Radio to discuss the latest. Hi, Bonnie.
Hi there.
Why did Governor Abbott make the decision to pause the state's reopening?
Well, I can't really say for sure what goes into his decision-making process, but certainly the increase in not only positive tests, which was a benchmark he'd pointed to in the past as an important indicator as to how the reopening was going, but also the spike in hospitalizations, which of course is the true indication of how it's going. Both of those factored in. The positivity rate that he mentioned is the ratio of positive COVID tests to all tests given, and it's now greater than 10%. In the past, the governor's called anything over 10% a warning flag, and it seems to be waving.
And so the Texas economy has largely been reopened up to this point, right? What does this announcement actually mean now?
Right, so virtually everything is open with a capacity of at least 50% occupancy. Restaurants are allowed to operate at 75% capacity with tables of up to 10 people. You can go to SeaWorld if you want. This pause will halt further expansion of the reopening, but as Governor Abbott said in a release this morning, and I'm going to quote him here, the last thing we want to do as a state is go backward and close down businesses. This temporary pause will help our state corral the spread until we can safely enter the next phase of opening our state for business. So this pause is exactly that. It's a pause. The governor's action today doesn't roll back or order any new closings in Texas, so it's unclear if the action today will lead to dramatically fewer cases of COVID.
So a temporary pause he's causing it. The governor also ordered some changes for hospitals today. What are some of those?
So the governor has halted all elective surgeries in 4 of the largest counties. They include Dallas, Houston, Austin, and San Antonio. He's hoping to increase the number of beds available to COVID patients. Now, this is a rollback of sorts. The governor had halted all elective surgeries back in March, then allowed them again, and now we're back to only emergency surgeries. Of course, the big concern is that some areas will run out of ICU beds, and in Houston, the top elected official in the county announced that the stadium where the Houston Texans play football, is ready to take patients at a moment's notice if hospital capacity is exceeded. The overflow space there at NRG Stadium is currently set up with 150 beds. Now, in smaller cities like Laredo in South Texas, it's already reached out to the state because ICU capacity has been reached at 2 hospitals. It's asking for emergency medical help from the state.
And from your reporting, Bonnie, what are you able to say about how likely these changes are to be able to stop this rapid spread of the coronavirus in Texas?
Well, it's really hard to say. The advice hasn't changed. Wash your hands, wear your masks, stay socially distanced, and quite frankly, stay at home if at all possible. That is what the governor is asking, but he's not mandating it. So we'll have to see if it'll be enough for people to follow these recommendations. They've been going to bars and beaches and restaurants. We'll see if they'll stay home now.
Bonnie Petrie of Texas Public Radio, thanks so much.
Well, this is never good. So, ladies and gentlemen, all I have to say is your state is as good as the people that are making the decisions. So, let's just take this from the top. So, the governor of Texas made an announcement today that he is pausing the reopening of the economy as a number of confirmed coronavirus infections spikes and hospitals begin to fill. Abbott has been warning of a mounting catastrophe for days as new cases rise in Houston, the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area, and in cities like Austin, San Antonio, and El Paso. Abbott said businesses are already allowed to operate under the current reopening phase, will continue to be able to do so. Yeah, you'll be able to do so until too many people get sick. As we experience an increase in both positive COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations, we are focused on strategies to slow the spread of the virus while also allowing Texans to continue earning a paycheck to support their families, Abbott said in a statement. The last thing we want to do as a state is to go backwards and close down businesses. This temporary pause will help our state corral the spread until we can safely enter the next phase of opening our state for businesses. Experts have watched with growing alarm as the number of confirmed cases in Texas rise to 121,000. The state is dealing with an estimate of 50,000 active cases, one of the highest numbers in the nation. Texas has added more than 5,000 new cases on each of the last 2 days, and the number of overall cases has doubled since the end of May. And see, prior to him reopening, Texas was actually not that bad in comparison to other states. Not anymore. Okay, in Houston, hospitals are rapidly filling with new COVID-19 patients. Several major medical centers are already shipping patients to other facilities to create more space in intensive care units. Lyndon Baines Johnson Hospital said its ICU was over capacity, and massive Texas Medical Center is operating at 97% capacity. Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo told reporters Wednesday. Abbott ordered a halt to elective surgeries in Texas hospitals on Wednesday, a move intended to free up bed space. Thursday, he urged Texans to wear masks in public, though he did not issue an order requiring masks as governors in some other states have done. These 4 counties have experienced significant increases in people being hospitalized due to COVID-19, and today's action is precautionary step to help ensure the hospitals in these counties continue to have ample supply of available beds to treat COVID-19 patients, Abbott said on Wednesday. Abbott acknowledged the scale of the spike in interviews with several local outlets Wednesday, telling Amarillo area CBS affiliate KFDA TV, this is a massive outbreak of COVID-19 across the state of Texas. Abbott had previously said any testing positive rate over 10% would constitute a warning flag. The 7-day average for the positive test has reached 10.42% as of Wednesday, according to the Texas Tribune. The outlook is not good. Rebecca Fisher, an infectious disease epidemiologist at the Texas A&M University School of Public Health, told the newspaper, "We are in a super dire situation." Ladies and gentlemen, all of these states where governors were rushing to get everything open are now paying the price. 7,000 new cases in Florida. I think 5,500 were in Arizona. I mean, every one of these states that jumped up in the beginning and rushed to get everything open are the ones that are really falling fast now. And anytime you see this, this would not have happened if people were just patient. And we know they're not. And because folks are so impatient and want to run to the Capitol with guns and make all kinds of threats, you want this reopened, you want that reopened. Okay, now what do you do now that it's spreading again? What are y'all going to do? Get your gun and run out there again? Ladies and gentlemen, this country never had a plan for a pandemic. It never had a strong plan for a disaster. And this is why you're seeing America fall apart real fast. They never had any plans in place. And at the rate that these folks are going in their horrible decision making, it is going to be among, I would say it's going to double what we have in no time. You can't let these people play around with your life. Make good, clear decisions for yourself. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.